Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This is kind of a weird catch-all kind of episode. There's not really a name to put with this. I'm going to have to come up with something to give it as an episode name, but I haven't even quite figured out what that's going to be yet. It's kind of a miscellaneous thing. As I mentioned in the last couple of episodes, a gentleman by the name of Mark Westcott has donated some stuff from his collection into mine. And among them are some instances where I've replaced a copy of something that I already had with something he sent, which was sometimes more complete than what I already had or in better shape. And in some cases, this has led to me acquiring things that, you know, kind of surprised me, like little cards inside certain VHS releases, for instance, that I didn't realize were part of certain packages. And this was the case also with a copy of The Empire Strikes Back I also recently acquired. So I thought I'd take a moment to kind of look at some of these oddball things, and for these next few episodes after this, we'll look at some of the other home video tie-in type items that I've acquired recently, primarily thanks to Mr. Westcott here. So, few things here. First, I would note, and I can show you this with the plastic cover that I put on it still on, this is a sealed copy of the, I would assume, 1987 release version of A New Hope on VHS. And what I want to show you here is something I couldn't show you before because my copies haven't been sealed before and therefore was missing the original shrink wrap. And that is that on the shrink wrap, for at least the 1987 printings of these, and remember, A New Hope got new packaging, updated packaging starting in 1986, where it has digitally mastered on it because that's when Ben Burtt's digital remastering in 85 hit home video for the first time. So this is probably the second round of this packaging being pushed out. On the 1987-ish releases, there was a sticker that goes along with the trailer that's on a lot of these releases for the Star Wars The First 10 Years celebration, the 10th anniversary logo. That is this right here. Okay? So, and yeah, it is way more reflective than I realized, so I'll take it out here for you. Right there. Star Wars The First 10 Years. There is an actual sticker to denote it on original shrink wrap. You can even see the CBS Fox stuff just barely there on the shrink wrap, original shrink wrapped copies here. So yeah, there would be a way, if a copy was still sealed, to actually tell whether or not, as I put this in backwards while I'm talking, whether or not a copy from that era was likely to have the 10th anniversary trailer on it versus not, which is something we've talked about before and when it comes to variations of those releases. In a similar vein, The Empire Strikes Back from that era, this is one, I have to put a little note to myself, this is one that has the 10th anniversary trailer before the film, so it's one of the later printed ones. I did find that in some of these, including some sealed ones, I was kind of surprised to find that trivia card exists for some of these individual releases. We saw that before in the 1988 trilogy pack, the 3-pack, the first time they were bundled together. But even before the bundled together ones that have the holographic dot, which this one does not have, you would see some of those trivia cards, apparently, and a card specific to the anniversary. The saga continues, Star Wars The First 10 Years, celebrate the 10th anniversary of Star Wars with these fine products and events. Then on the back, information, which includes join the Lucasfilm fan club, special commemorative poster, special commemorative pins and jewelry, role-playing game, the first West End Games role-playing game, special collector's plates, and visit Star Tours at Disneyland. So, kind of neat that there are these cards that I had seen before, but I guess I had never put together in my head which releases they went with, but I've now seen both of them in different copies of this late printed 10th anniversary trailer at the beginning version of The Empire Strikes Back on VHS. So I'm assuming they probably weren't both together in packages, because I haven't seen them together in packages, but I'm putting them together in a package in order to keep them safe and secure here. Speaking of odd little pack-in things, something I wasn't able to show you before, I don't think, when we looked at the 1989 version of From the Star Wars, yeah, that's my show. When we looked at the 1989 copy of From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga. Turns out that it contained one of these. This was a sealed copy that I opened. It actually contained one of these slips like we saw in the 1990 boxed set from CBS Fox. So that advertisement makes a lot more sense here, right? Because I was joking about the fact when we saw it in the trilogy set that it made no sense because it talks about, for the best price ever, buy the films, except you've already bought the films. That's what the advertising card was in. Well, apparently it was also in this, which makes a hell of a lot more sense. Speaking of things packed in with From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga, you may recall that in 1995, if you were to purchase the individual films or one of the box sets, you would wind up with the little advertising booklet and little promos and stuff in a little envelope. I showed you this version, the 1995 final, most recent released version of From Star Wars to Jedi back then. What I was not able to show you at the time was that, yes, it does indeed include the advertising envelope as well. Also, we've taken a look at the home video releases, the VHS releases of The Phantom Menace from 2000. Turns out there were some, I guess, advertising promotional cards of some kind to draw attention to them that I hadn't seen before. I don't believe these are the cards that you would have gotten from, there was like one place that offered postcards that I haven't been able to find yet. But you had promotional items here with Obi-Wan, Padme, and Anakin. They all have the logo, they all have Lucasfilm and the legalese, but the copyright date is 2000. So these cards must have been some type of promotional item for Phantom Menace on VHS, not when it was in theaters, nor on DVD. It would have been too early for DVD. So 3 of these, there may be more of them out there. I have no idea. These also came from Mark, but cool to see how they were advertising the DVD release. Speaking of advertising, and in 2000, over in Japan, we've seen the Japanese version of the 2000 original trilogy VHS set. This is how they advertised it. Another thing Mark sent over. Japanese text says Star Wars Trilogy, more Japanese text, including the price of 14,000 yen. Also includes Episode 2 behind the scenes. Remember the Episode 2 behind the scenes thing with the people playing Owen and Beru at the beginning of A New Hope on VHS? Okay. And you got Yoda, Stormtrooper, C-3PO, and Vader. The back, more information. Star Wars Trilogy, on sale, 11/22. I guess 11/22 on sale. 14,000 yen. More information about it. There is a little bit of English. THX and DD for Dolby Digital. Episode 2 behind the scenes with George Lucas. Mostly not English. Then it also notes now on sale, right? The Phantom Menace, which I guess must have also been released in a widescreen collector's version over there. Interestingly, it says, unless this is... No, that's the Laserdisc. Excuse me, I'm looking at the corner here. It's the actual Laserdisc being advertised there, just without the Obi on it. The lack of an Obi threw me off in the image, but it's advertising the Laserdisc in 2000 of Phantom Menace that we never got over here. Lucasfilm, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, and then more information down there at the bottom, including what appears to be like an order form type thing for more information. So, kind of cool stuff there as well. Then, somewhat tangential, you guys know I have a great love for Star Wars The Legacy Revealed, even though it's only available as screeners. I have several different types of screeners, this being the most elaborate. Well, one of the things they use to promote that, not a home video promotion per se, but it ties into something that I am very fond of from a home video standpoint, is a set of cards, lenticular cards, that basically show the Star Wars item and what helped inspire it from real life. They all say Star Wars The Legacy Revealed on it, and then have information on the back about like what inspired what, so it's like specific to the card. It's got stuff on the bottom there about, products and stuff to watch or listen to. We had Star Wars The Legacy Revealed, Memorial Day, 9 p.m/8 Central, the History Channel, History.com. Uncover the legend and the stories behind the saga with the Legacy Collection from Audible.com. Learn more at history.com/Star Wars. I may have to check that out now. But yeah, it's an X-Wing, Stormtrooper helmet, lightsaber, and Yoda. Nice, cool little card set. Just came in a little, whatchamacallit, little plastic package. I just snipped the top off here, also from Mark. So yeah, like I said, kind of a weird catch-all episode of home video, sort of tangential items here for the most part. But they are all things that I wanted to make sure to show on the show. Maybe this will actually be called Miscellaneous as the episode title, or Miscellaneous #1 or something. But with that, we will wrap up this episode. My thanks again to Mark Westcott. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.